Some lucky member of this studio audience will go home tonight with an incredibly glamorous prize just for sitting through 30 minutes of Cavalcade. Starring Bob Haroldson, Tom Hertz, Craig Dickson, Ralph Lucarelli, Perren Kerin McCue, Dave Pettanichi and the Cavalcade Philharmonic. And me, I'm Gary Theroux. This edition of Cavalcade is being brought to you by the friendly folks at Gagmore Foods, the makers of Cow Chip Snacks, Sugar Bomb cereals, and Snavely's ice cream, now in a brand new flavor, Chicken Fat Ripple. And now, here he is, the one, the only guy on camera right now, Bob Haroldson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cavalcade. I think you're going to have a fun time in the next 30 minutes due to our superstar lineup of America's all-star parade of talent. For example, we have a comedian that you may have caught at Catch a Rising Star and some of the other famous comedy clubs around the world. His name is Tom Hertz, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Hertz. All right. Also here we have a man that some people call the greatest wizard, conjurer, sorcerer, and prestidigitator this side of the Monongahela River. Yes, Mr. Craig Dickson is here with his magic. Craig Dickson. Also, the Cavalcade Philharmonic here with a guest surprise vocalist to do a number for you. The Philharmonic, ladies and gentlemen. And also, the ever-popular Ralph Lucarelli, the answer man, is here to answer the most baffling questions in your life. Some of you here are going to ask some questions. You may get on TV also. A pair of America's best entertainers, the Thudpucker Brothers. Legendary entertainers tell the story of their lives. And there's even more. As each of you were filing in, you received half a raffle ticket, the other half of which is in this bowl. Some lucky member will be awarded by our magic prize lady a very glamorous prize. And here to tell us what that prize is our very own Gary Theroux.
Oh, thank you, Bob. Yes, and what a wonderful, wonderful prize it is. First of all, from Tuna Burger Products, this marvelous cheeseburger radio will be yours just for being here on Cavalcade. But that's not all you get. No, indeed. One lucky member of this audience, the same person who gets that wonderful cheeseburger radio, is also going to win this fantastic meringue pie and win the opportunity to strike any single cast member in the puss with this at the end of tonight's show. How about that?
On with the show. Let's start Cavalcade right after this important announcement.
In the past, you've seen these famous plates multiply in value. The Sound of Music, The King and I, The Wizard of Oz, Annie. And now, to celebrate our 250th anniversary, the Franklin Plate is proud to offer our most valuable plate of all. This beautiful commemorative plate bearing the picture of our founder, Ben Franklin. Yes, this plate is an exact replica of the one used in our mint. And although not guaranteed to increase in value, this plate will last forever. And if you order before midnight tonight, we'll include 2 extra gifts. A portrait of Ben's lovely wife, Aretha, and this special plate, Independence Hall. You'll also qualify for reduced rates on future plates in our Great Statesman series, including Lincoln, Jefferson, and Grant. So order now.
See the Franklin Plate? Send check on money order to the Franklin Plate, Box 100C, Sipid, Virginia. That's the Franklin Plate, Box 100C, Sipid, Virginia. Remember, that's insipid.
And now, on with the show. Let's bring him on, Tom Hertz. Here he is.
A big hand for Bob. Well, thanks very much. My name is Tom, and I live in New York City. I do. And a lot of people say that you can't have fun in New York without spending a lot of money, which isn't true at all, because yesterday I had a lot of fun and I didn't spend any money. What I did is I left my apartment building, I went to 9 different clothing stores, and had my inseam measured. You see, you can't have more fun for less money, as far as I'm concerned. It was nice to get out of my apartment, too. I have like a pre-World War II building, chip plaster, and dull paint. I was trying to cheer up the apartment last week, and I bought a cat and, add some life to the place. And it didn't work out at all. In fact, it backfired. Because when I got him, I was worried about my furniture, so I had him declawed. I come home yesterday to find a little creep ramming a fork into my couch. I'm not a good candidate to have a pet because I'm not home a lot. I do some traveling, and I just came up from Philadelphia last weekend. I had a little episode at a toll booth, one of those exact change lanes. I threw my quarter at the basket and missed, which normally isn't a problem. But this time I didn't have another quarter. It's my only change, so I had to try to retrieve it from the highway, which I found out you do by smashing your door into the toll house. So I'm helpless. What do? I'm panicking, And I look up and see a sign they have. It says, if coins miss, blow horn for aid. But I didn't have to, because everyone in line was nice enough to do it for me. I was touched by their concern. They say people don't care. And tolls are still annoying even if you avoid the exact change lanes, because then you have to deal with the toll booth attendant, whose job training must be simple. First day they just tell them, hey, smile, and you're fired. Okay. They're not happy, but you can't really blame them, because I wonder, how do they get people to work in toll booths? Are there actually human beings going to the employment agencies saying, yeah, I'm looking for a job, and I want to get two things. Could I get tedious repetition and noxious fumes? Thanks very much, folks. My name's Tom Hertz.
And next, from this side of the Monongahela River. Monongahela River. You try saying that 10 times fast. Monongahela, Monongahela. We have the wonderful, the astounding, the illusory magic of Mr. Craig Dickson, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it.
Welcome now the tender tones, sultry sounds, and rapturous rhythms of the one, the only Cavalcade Philharmonic.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you're going to hear a Cavalcade original. And I guarantee you've never heard this anywhere else. We'd like to dedicate this little number to Hannah Fisher. It's entitled Lester the Hobo from Hoboken. Hit it. Whoa, way back in 1907, Harvey and Lydia Moore had a little boy called Lester, though they never did figure what for. Cause they brought the young lad into this world, a wondrous life to begin. But when he came from the womb that day, he tried to claw his way right back in. So, needless to say, Lester's parents never did like him a lot. So they ran out of town and ditched him when he was only a tot. He grew up on the street and he joined the elite group of bums that live life on the road. He got conned for his bread, so he always kept fed and he never carried a load. Oh, Lester the hobo from Hoboken, he really was no jerk. Cause a day never passed from the first to the last where he ever needed to work. Well, one evening Lester got restless. Down to the pool hall he went. But when he commenced to playing, he found that his cue stick was bent. When he stroked it, the ball flew into the wall and bounced back and hit old Pappy Smear, who then lost the bet that he had with Les that he couldn't fit a cue ball in his ear. Instrumental refrain. Well, one day Lester decided to try the old pigeon drop. But his luck ran out when he found out that his Mark was an off-duty cop. Well, they put him in jail where he told the tale that living in prison's quite neat. Because you don't have to pay for the 3 meals a day and you don't have to sleep in the street. Oh, Lester the hobo from Hoboken. He really was no jerk. Because a day never passed from the first to the last where he ever needed to work. In the big house, to be specific, Rahway. And he loved it so much that he never left, and that's where he passed away. And on his stony road, a short, simple note, it said, "Here lies Lester Moore." And over his head, these words could be read: "No less, no more." Thank you.
And now it's time for the man with all the answers, the solutions to the most frustrating, probing, puzzling, outrageous questions in your life. Like, is it proper to drink coffee in a T-shirt? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Mr. Answer Man.
Thank you so much for that most dandy introduction. Yes, friends, it is I, Mr. Answerman, here to share a few pearls of wisdom, a few sunbeams of insight, anything at all to brighten your drab, wretched lives. Who would like to be the first to toss me a query? Yes, you, sir.
Yeah, well, later this year, I'm planning to go on a vacation to Canada. You know, one of those winter resorts. Well, this is the first time I ever been to one of those winter sports resorts. And, well, hey, you know, I don't want to appear stupid.
No, you should play that down.
Yeah, right. Well, my question is it proper to call the sport skiing or sheeing?
Well, that depends on what you're going to Canada for.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question. It's about etiquette. When asked to a formal dinner, is it true that I should start with the utensils on the outside and work my way in?
No, that will never do. I suggest you ring the bell and try to enter through the door, rather than any other method.
Oh, Mr. Answerman?
Yes?
Do you have any advice on how I should act when meeting my girl's folks for the first time?
Yes, be cautious about mooning.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Answerman,
Yes.
when do I open the door for my girlfriend? The car door, that is.
Well, never in the fast lane, and preferably under 40 miles an hour.
Mr. Answerman, how
Yes, madam.
far should a girl go on the first date?
Well, never farther than Sheboygan.
Mr. Answerman, I'm 15 years old, and I got this boyfriend.
Hey, I can dig it.
Well, my mama, she says he's too old for me. You see, instead of bringing me flowers, he brings me laxatives. He's got white hair and big veins and liver spots all over. His hands are always cold and shake a lot. Well, last night after we parked, he asked if I'd wear something of his, like on my sweater. Ooh. And I said, sure, why not? Ooh. Well, today at school, all the other girls were making fun of me for having false teeth pinned to my cashmere. Oh. Well, now, I'm beginning to wonder if he really is too old for me, and what's the proper way to break it off.
Well, I wouldn't worry about breaking it off. It'll probably fall off.
Hey, me and my girl just had a fight, and I want to know what you think. I mean, her mom's got to weigh at least 400 pounds. Oh. Now, am I wrong when I say something to my girl like, can I ask the sweat hog if we can go out this weekend?
You definitely committed a faux pas there. My, now. To make a good impression, You should have said, may I ask the sweetheart if you can go out this weekend?
Mr. Answerman?
Yes?
I would very much like to have a career in show business. Everyone I know, everyone says to me, Jennifer Ann, you could be a big star. Really, they do. Do you have any advice for people who want to get into the swinging, swirling world of big-time showbiz?
Well, you know, I've known many Jennifer Anns. Of course, by the time I've met them, they usually change their names to something like Bubbles Latoots. However, anyone who feels they have the ability to sing, to dance, to ha-cha-cha should never give up. They cannot give up. And as you go down the highway of life, sliding down the razor blade of life, keep in mind those stories of inspiration. The stories like the Thudpucker brothers. Oh, goodness. There it goes again. Studying to get... Oh. Thank you, old Benny Boy.
Oh, you don't? Well, here's my final answer to you. Are you ready? What up, Maroon? Come in.
Excuse me, miss. Well, if you could tell us, that's where we could find the office of Jacob Spratt, the booking agent?
Yeah, I'm Jacob Spratt. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, we're the Thudpucker brothers. We're twins, 92 years old. I'm Elmo.
Yeah, I'm Elmo.
No, you're not. You're Elmer.
Oh, that's right. Well, then who's this woman over here?
I'm no woman. I'm Jacob Spratt. Now, what do you guys want?
Oh, now we're looking for Jacob Spratt.
I just told you. I'm Jacob Spratt. Now, what do you guys want? What can I do for you?
Oh, he's Jacob Spratt. Well, Mr. Spratt, my brother and me here got an act. Got a good act. We want to work.
Yeah, sure, but aren't you guys a little old to be performing?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Come on, Elmo, let's go home.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not too old. Here, get a load of this.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about what? You didn't do anything.
I didn't? What exactly didn't I do?
You didn't do anything.
Oh, leave that part out. Don't worry about it.
Look, you guys are wasting my time. Do you do anything else?
Oh, do we ever? We got an act. We got a sensational act. I stand on the stage facing forward, and then my brother Elmo here sneaks round behind me, grabs me by my ankles, and pulls my feet out from under me.
Don't you fall on your face?
I've seen this act too, Elmo. Let's go home.
Oh, wait a minute. Tell them about the saxophone.
What saxophone? Oh, the saxophone. Yeah, it's a brass wind instrument with a reed and a mouthpiece at this end, and your finger like an oboe, and you're blowing.
Tell them what you do with the saxophone.
Oh, I take my saxophone here out on stage, and after I get it untangled from my mic cord, I blow a little tune, like a virgin. Well, anyway, and then Elmo comes round in front of the stage and he throws rocks in my face.
Sure do.
Why do you do that?
Well, if I don't, we haven't got any act.
Hey, do me a favor. Get lost.
My eyes are crossed. My eyes are crossed. Well, that's good. That's good, Elmo. My eyes are crossed. We got a new finish for the act.
We got a new fish for the act. Does that mean I've been dunked? Does the fish take my place?
No, Elmo, we don't got a fish in the act. We ain't got no fish in this act.
Well, Mr. Spratt, I mean, that's that. There's no way my brother and me can work for you without our fish.
That's right.
You guys are nuts. Get out of my office, or else I'll call the police.
Oh, don't call the police, lady. Here, you. Just answer me one question.
What's that?
Which one of us is Jacob Spratt?
I'm Jacob Spratt.
Oh, How do you do? We're the Thudpucker Brothers. We're twins, 92 years old. I'm Elmo.
And I'm Elmo. Nice to meet you.
We got an act for you.
Here in this land of plenty, about 10 million people are hungry. Many don't know they're eligible for food stamps. They've lost a job, a farm, or a husband. Food stamps can help. Now one call can get you information to tell you if you qualify for food stamps and how to get them. America has made a place at our table of plenty for you. Call 1-800-453-4000. Mealtimes don't have to be tough times.
Clint Eastwood is a little upset.
Seems some misguided individuals out there are abusing our public lands, and I don't like it. And I don't think you do either. Vandalizing parks and robbing historic sites or overrunning wild areas, those are ours, and we have to save them. As I see it, these clowns can either clean up their act or get out of town.
Write Take Pride in America. Post Office Box 1339, Jessup, Maryland 20794.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you had a good time in the last half hour, and now this is the moment you've all been waiting for. You all have those little half tickets in your hand, and we're ready for the drawing with our magic prize lady. And where is our magic
prize lady? Could you come on in?
There's our magic prize lady. Oh, magic prize lady. Magic prize lady. Are you ready to award the prize, Magic Prize Lady?
Yeah.
And the winning number is 419317. We have a winner! Come on up here!
Come right up here.
And here's Gary Theroux to tell you what you won.
Well, first of all, you've won this spiffy cheeseburger radio, custom made for you out of pure virgin plastic. And that's not all. You also win this. And the opportunity to strike any member of the cast in the puss with this. And there you are.
The remaining cast.
Any one individual person in the cast. That's
plant it.
Just smash it.
Plant it right in somebody's face.
A little better, yes.
No,
don't throw it. Just plant it right.
Just plant it.
Just plant it.
You want to be at the other end of the line. Oh! Gary Theroux takes it in the face. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that's all the time we have today. Thank you for tuning into Cavalcade, and we'll see you all again next time.